Obioma could no longer breathe. The braids wound tightly around her neck, squeezing like serpents hungry for life. Her hands clawed at them, but the more she pulled, the tighter they became. The comb in Madam Nyere's hand glowed faintly, as if drinking from Obioma's spirit. Her heartbeat slowed, her sight dimmed. She heard faint voices, not from outside, but inside the hair. The whispers of other women, trapped and voiceless within the braids. "Run if you can. She took our strength. Do not let her keep yours." A final tear slipped down Obioma's cheek, and then something inside her refused to die. Her last strength surged. She reached up, not for the hair, but for the comb. Her fingers closed around it, warm like living flesh. She yanked it from Madam Nyere's hand. The hair screamed, not aloud, but in her mind, a sharp piercing cry. The braids around her neck loosened in shock. Obioma gasped in fresh air. Her body awakened. Before Madam Nyere could reach, Obioma threw herself from the chair, stumbling, falling, but free. The hair tried to grab her ankles, sliding across the floor like chasing vines. She kicked wildly and ran out of the hut, half-braided hair flying like torn flags behind her. Obioma burst into the village square, bruised, gasping, half-strangled. Women gathering around fire turned sharply. Their eyes widened. Obioma's voice trembled but rose loud. "She is stealing us, not our hair, our souls." The villagers watched her, shocked, silent. Then the blind seer, Mama Anuli, stepped forward slowly, leaning on her staff. Though she could not see, she lifted her head towards the distant hut and hissed, "I knew it. I heard the hair creeping at night, like worms searching for flesh." She turned towards the women. "You ignored the signs. You traded your strength for vanity, but it is not too late." More women approached. Ezinne, the faded dancer, Wakego, the quiet one, Ijoma, the weary worker, all of them staring at Obioma's half-done braids glowing faintly in the moonlight. Obioma held up the comb she had seized. The women gasped. It was no ordinary comb. It pulsed, faintly, like a heartbeat. Mama Anuli's voice dropped low. That comb was carved from the bone of a river spirit. She did not learn from humans. She drank from the goddess of the water. The crowd trembled. Suddenly, a cold wind rushed past them. The hair was coming from rooftops, from swept corners, from discarded strands in mats and water pots. They slide across the ground like black worms seeking their mistress, towards the square, toward Obioma, towards the comb. Madam Nyere stepped into the moonlight at last, no more pretending. Her eyes glowed pale blue. Her smile was wide and wicked. "Give me the comb, child," she said calmly, "or I will take more than your beauty." But this time, she did not face one woman. She faced all of them. The women of Uzome stepped forward, joining hands, forming a wide circle around Obioma and the seer. Mama Anuli raised her staff. Her voice rose in an ancient tone, deep, strong, echoing like thunder in a calabash. "Let what was taken return to its owner. Let hair serve the head, not rule it. Let vanity be bound by wisdom." The women repeated after her, voices trembling at first, then rising like fire. "Let vanity be bound by wisdom." The hair on the ground hesitated, then twitched, then turned, not towards Obioma, not towards the women, toward Madam Nyere. She stepped back in shock. "No, no, I am your mistress. Oh yeah, stop." The hair ignored her. It rushed upward, leaving hissing strands like thousands of angry snakes. It wrapped her feet, her arms, her waist, her neck. She screamed, not in pain, but in rage. "I made you beautiful. You were nothing without me." But the hair pulled tighter, dragging her backward, towards her hut. She clawed at the ground, leaving marks in the dust. But the village chanted louder, "Let vanity be bound by wisdom. Let stolen beauty return." The door of her hut swung open on its own, dark as a grave. The hair dragged her inside. Her final scream echoed, "You will be ordinary again, all of you." The door slammed, and all fell silent. The women stood still, panting, trembling. No one moved. Then, slowly, Obioma lifted the comb, now dull and lifeless, and laid it gently on the ground. Mama Anuli smiled faintly. "The curse is not gone, it is sleeping. Guard your beauty with humility, or it will rise again." The women nodded, tears in their eyes. One by one, they undid their own braids, letting their hair fall free in the wind. No mirror was needed. For the first time, they saw themselves in each other, not as rivals, not as ornaments, but as sisters. Moral of the lesson: true beauty is not what hands create, it is what the heart produces and protects. And when pride becomes hunger, even hair can turn into chain. Thank you for watching.